Hey, welcome back to ClearSpot. What if I told you there's a single device that can literally double or even triple your solar energy output without adding a single extra panel to your roof? Not 10% more, not 20% more, but potentially 6 to 8 times more usable energy from the same roof space. Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's not science fiction. This technology exists, it's commercially available today, and the real-world data proves it works. Today we're diving deep into hybrid photovoltaic thermal panels, or PVT panels, a breakthrough that's quietly revolutionizing how we think about solar. We'll explore the physics behind why these panels deliver twice the electricity and thermal energy on top of it. Real-world installations are achieving 85% overall efficiency and, honestly, massive ROI. There are case studies from Europe, Australia, and the United States where homes, hotels, and factories have slashed energy bills by thousands. And experts are calling this the most significant advancement in solar since the invention of the solar cell itself. This isn't hype, it's a fundamental reimagining of what solar panels can be. Let's pull back the curtain on the future of solar energy. Here's the problem with traditional solar panels: they're wasteful. On average, a PV panel converts just 15 to 22% of sunlight into electricity. The other 80% becomes heat. That heat doesn't just go unused, it actually damages the panel over time by making it run hotter, which reduces efficiency and lifespan. It's like driving a car where 80% of your fuel turns into smoke instead of motion. Would you accept that level of waste? Of course not. And yet that's how we've been using solar for decades. Hybrid PVT panels fix this flaw. On the surface, they look like ordinary PV panels, but beneath the glass, there's a heat exchanger layer filled with a special fluid that absorbs excess heat. The result? One device that generates electricity on the front side and usable heat on the back side at the same time. Here's where it gets exciting. Lowering the operating temperature of solar cells increases their efficiency. Every 1 degree Celsius drop in temperature can improve efficiency by about 0.5%. That may sound small, but across an array it adds up. Studies show that PVT systems can deliver 20% more electrical output annually compared to standalone PV panels, simply because they run cooler. And then there's the captured heat. The Dual Sun Spring 4 panel produces 425 watts of electrical power, while simultaneously generating 940 watts of thermal power. That's a total of 1,365 watts of usable energy from a single panel. Compare that to a conventional panel producing just 425 watts, and you're looking at more than triple the output. Real-world studies confirm these gains. PVT panels routinely achieve 45% overall energy efficiency. In optimized systems with heat pumps, that number can soar to 85%. For context, traditional solar PV panels rarely exceed 22%. That's not an incremental boost, that's a paradigm shift. Let's move from theory to reality. DualSun, a French manufacturer, has deployed PVT panels across Europe. Their data is jaw-dropping. In hybrid setups paired with heat pumps, rooftops are delivering 6 to 8 times more usable solar energy compared to traditional PV. In some optimized industrial cases, the multiplier reaches 15 times. A comprehensive study in Sydney tested a residential PVT system under multiple weather conditions. The findings? The model's accuracy was spot on, with performance variations of just plus or minus 6%. On typical days, PVT panels ran at 45% overall efficiency, double that of PV. And when integrated with a home water heating system, they cut payback time significantly compared to separate solar and water systems. Engineers at the College of Engineering Pune introduced a metric called the Energy Harvest Factor, or EHF. Their PVT prototype achieved an EHF of 6.6. Translation? Under identical conditions, the PVT system harvested 6.6 times more useful energy than a normal PV system. That's game-changing for a country like India, where roof space is scarce, but energy demand is high. Here's another hidden win: longevity. Heat is the enemy of PV life. Traditional panels degrade faster when they run hot, limiting lifespan to around 25 to 30 years. PVT systems actively cool the panels, extending lifespans to 40 to 50 years. Imagine a solar system lasting half a century, doubling your return on investment. Here's the real kicker. PVT isn't just better, it's cheaper in the long run. Yes, the upfront cost is about 25% higher than standard PV. But when you factor in both electricity and heat savings, the cost per kilowatt hour of useful energy is lower. Take a typical 6 kilowatt rooftop solar system. installed cost $18,000. A PVT equivalent might cost $22,500, just $4,500 more. But while the PV system only offsets electricity, which is about $2,000 per year, the PVT system offsets electricity plus hot water heating, totaling $2,800 per year. That means the payback drops from 10 years to just 8 years, and remember, the PVT system lasts longer. So, let's talk about where these panels really shine. Residential homes are perfect for PVT panels since you get hot water and electricity together. In cold climates, you can pair them with heat pumps for space heating, which is super efficient. And when it comes to commercial buildings like hotels, hospitals, and schools, the demand for both hot water and electricity is huge. Industrial processes, think food, textile, and chemical industries, also need both electricity and process heat, making PVT panels a great fit. One of the most powerful combinations, PVT panels and heat pumps. The thermal energy preheats water entering the heat pump, boosting efficiency by up to 50%, while the PV side powers the pump itself. The result? 6 to 8 times more energy output per roof. Alright, so what should you expect if you go for PVT panels? Installation needs both electrical and plumbing connections. It's a bit more complex than just PV, but definitely manageable. For maintenance, you'll want to check the thermal fluid once a year. But otherwise, it's really similar to regular PV panels. And for monitoring, advanced dashboards let you track both electrical and thermal performance, so you always know how your system's doing. Looking beyond just the panels, Europe is leading the way. Countries like France, Germany, and the Netherlands are seeing rapid adoption. In North America, things are starting to pick up too, thanks to federal tax credits and rising energy costs. There's a lot of research and development focused on better heat exchangers, smarter controls, and even AI-driven optimization. The vision here is pretty exciting. PVT panels, electric vehicle charging, and smart grids all working together as a complete energy ecosystem. The verdict is clear. PVT panels can double, triple, or even sextuple your solar energy output, while lasting longer, paying back faster, and delivering both electricity and heat. They really represent a fundamental shift in solar technology. So if you're considering solar for your home or business, the choice is simple. Capture just 20% of the sun's power, or harness up to 85% with PVT. Like, share and subscribe for more solar insights. ClearSpot, smart device, smarter decisions.